Welcome to Knoxville, home of the Tennessee Volunteers, where the hymn of choice is good old Rocky Top, and they hope that by the end of this one, it's good on Rocky Top. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Canes will kick it away to start. Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Looking for a productive play on first down. To the ground with the back. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Lewis. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a fourth down. And the Vols will send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. The handoff to Johnson. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Oh, did you like that stiff arm? Get a face full of that as he gets it up to the 34.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
The Canes will line it up on 1st and 10. The give out of the gun. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. While the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, You ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12, wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. He's got an open man. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup. He went for it. He attacked it. Got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
He'll keep it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And as a defensive player, you see so much option nowadays and so many different variants of it. And you got to play very disciplined, sound football. And you could tell he knew he was responsible for the quarterback. He goes and gets him, sits him on the ground, creates a tackle for a loss.
To the air, it's DeMarco. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get maximized and used a lot more than they were in the past.
He makes the catch. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Miami.
You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. Trying to barge their way in. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
This is a really big play for both teams. 4th and goal from the 2. And to the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane! The AT unit on the field. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. They're just about ready to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in a coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Miami 7, Tennessee 0.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Pulls it in on the right. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his run.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Fires left. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
They'll try to power their way ahead. And they did not let him get to that 1st down line. It'll bring up a call here.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Finds his man enough for the 1st. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. 2nd and goal for this offense. The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
The best red zone offenses are the ones who can run the ball in this area, but that's a tough ask today, especially against this unit. One of the best 5 defenses in the nation stopping the run. This is a really big moment in this game.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. It is perfect. Hold on just a second. A flag down. Let's see what's up with that. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Vols will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tennessee!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And he puts through the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Liberty is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. They're trailing by 10 to Kennesaw State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you've played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
With the catch, it's Perez. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to Johnson. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Scanning the field, it's DeMarco. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. The Canes build their program around playmakers like that.
They do, Reese, and speed on the outside makes everybody so much better. Fighting those home run hitters, those playmakers, those are the guys when Miami's rolling, those are the guys they're finding.
And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Grab near the sticks. It's Johnson. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
And the Hurricanes will snap it on 1st and 10. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the 1st half. Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on 1st down. He's going to pass. Fires to the wideout. He's got it on the move. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
Really nice timing on that play. Receiver working against zone coverage on the perimeter. He's able to settle down, fight back to the football, and pick up the 1st.
To the air, it's DeMarco. Fires into the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
That is just what you want defensively, right? Bend, don't break. They drove down the field a little bit. They got second and goal. Boom. Create that negative play. Now they got third and goal. Now they got to make some decisions. Do they want to be conservative? Do they want to be aggressive? Either way, an advantageous situation now for this defense.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
That's 2 plays in a row now. I think this quarterback's been a bit too greedy. Down by the goal line. I know you want to throw a touchdown. You want to make the highlight-type play, but you got to be smart. You got to know the situation. You got to throw the ball away if nobody's open.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Wants to fire on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Davis. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to...
Time to take a shot. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep things.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
And this guy has been so important to this defense, the way he plays on the back end. Top 10 in the nation in interceptions. He just has a feel and reads the quarterback's eyes. He almost picked that last one off.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Coming after it. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Thought for a minute they were going to turn that into a score. They get the big play, but time runs out here in the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Just about set for the second half kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking to throw, it's DeMarco. Snags it over the middle. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls.
Running toward the tape. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
He's looking to throw it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
Gets it out quickly. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense now. These littler guys, they're so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. They run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers. You've definitely seen an emphasis shift towards smaller wide receivers with some serious skill.
He wants it all. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Canes. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep.
Miami, 17. Tennessee, 7.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
They'll throw it on first down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, man, this quarterback is fast. You saw that on his ability to scramble around, but he wasn't fast enough to outrun that hit, and it was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Let's see which way they go after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 39. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
The Volunteers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looking for a block. It's Washington. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything's working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Off the play fake. Quick strike complete. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. You know, we joked that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers.
And they got him for the sack. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. They're trying to get to him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Looking downfield, it's DeMarco. Looking to the big tight end. And that pass picked off. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
The give from the gun. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Got enough space, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Volunteers!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Buffalo is in trouble. Check that. They're in a world of trouble. May want to head out early and grab a table at the Anchor Bar. They're trailing by 14 to Northern Illinois. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Looking to throw, it's DeMarco. Pocket starts to collapse. And this sophomore quarterback learning when to use his legs to move the chains.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Off play action on first down. Throws to the wideout. Connection to the right. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period.
The end of the third quarter of play with the score, Miami 17, Tennessee 14.
First down to start the drive after the break. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Unloads it left. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he drops to throw. It's complete. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical third down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
Trying to get to it. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Back to throw, it's DeMarco. Going to try to get it himself. The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. This is a game of swings and momentum and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all three phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and to stay aggressive, to understand we've had success, we got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
The give to the back. Got room at the 35. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
And the Volunteers getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Touchdown ball! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And that is phenomenal quarterbacking. Understanding right away. Dude, you're going to bring pressure. I'm getting the ball to my playmaker right now. Let him do the rest. Let him glide into the end zone. Make me look really good. good timing, good decision by the quarterback, getting it out quick.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head." Yo, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football ball. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
From the gun, the running back has it. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdowns.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
Got his man quickly. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Looking for a man. It's DeMarco. Working the middle. It's complete. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
The running back has it. The Hurricanes get it past the sticks.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down marker.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. He wants to throw. Quick completion on the out. Man, you got to get hats around this dude. He finds the crease. He's down to the 27.
And you're seeing why this guy is on the field during 2-minute situations. He can catch the football and make things happen. Nobody open downfield. You just dump it down to him and let the guy go to work, pick up a huge play, and help this offense get in position to win the game.
Dropping back, it's DeMarco. He'll pull it down. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Wants to throw on third. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Perez. Stopped short of the marker. And they stop with his defense, and they get the ball back.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Here's the handoff. One possession game, getting late. First order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the ball.
And that is how we will wrap this one up. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.